Hi there, it's your girl Tennessee Cutie coming back at you with my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 2, Episode 2. I took some notes, so this time I will be a little bit on point with what happened in the actual show. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment, or just let me know generally what your thoughts are about my review so that I could do better or keep you entertained. Let's go. Okay, the episode starts off with Nene, Candy, and Cynthia going to Miami Beach. Nene invited the girls to go. Not really sure why Nene invited Candy, since last season and the past few seasons, they've just kind of been at odds. And Candy kind of addresses that. She's like, I'm not really sure why I'm here, but we'll see what happens. So, Nene will flick off in a minute. And so Candy's like, I got to be on my game 24/7 with Nene, basically. Because Nene will flick off one minute she's cool. Next minute, Nene is going at it with you. What's so funny about this whole thing is that the girls are down in Miami Beach during Pride Week. These two chicks walk up and like, hey, we hope you have a good time. And so I'm looking, I'm like, okay, one of them I can clearly see as a female, but the other one, I was like, not sure. And then when they started talking, and once I realized it, I was like, oh, okay. So they're down there during Pride Week. The girls seem okay with it. I mean, it's Miami Beach. You do what you do. And so the girls are ready to have fun and kick it. But it was funny when Nene said that when they were asking, you know, whether Nene was interested, Nene was like, I'm strictly, you know what the rest of it is. Now, I'm trying to figure out why Nene is going shopping for property, okay? Nene does not need to be looking for property in Miami Beach. First of all, Miami Beach is very high real estate. This house they're looking at is $9 million, and I'm with Candy. Boo, you got new money. Sit down. Just sit down. Because your pockets are not supporting a $9 million purchase right now. And even if it is, why would you spend it on property in Miami Beach and you live in Atlanta? And then I didn't like Cynthia egging her on. Girl, this is some good property. Oh, you need to buy this property so I can come visit. Okay, I'm sorry. Since when do people buy property for their friends to come visit? Nene needs to sit down. I'm glad Candy said something about having a financial planner, because if she is coming into large sums of money, which I suspect she is, then if she's been around Donald Trump, then she knows you need to invest your money. You need to spend it wisely. And in order to keep it, you need to learn how to make it grow and work for you. Going out buying expensive properties is not going to do it when it's taking up all of your cash flow. So hopefully she will be, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Hopefully she'll be a little bit more wise in her decisions about what she's looking for. They went to the beach. Now, I thought Nene's little swimsuit was really cute. I wouldn't mind rocking that. That was really cute. Actually, it looked like it could have been like a little short set, to be honest. Like I could see some chick thinking she could rock that at the club. And in Miami Beach, anything is possible. Like Candy, I was surprised at how thick Candy was. I'm like, who knew? I remember last year at the reunion, she told Andy Cohen during their interview that she had a little nip tuck when Andy asked who all had some nip tuck work. And Candy was like on her sides, her stomach area. And so, and she said she had gained some pounds, but who knew Candy, was as thick as she was. Of course, with Candy, we had to end up talking about sex. I mean, that's all she talks about now. But she's talking about sex. And I thought it was funny when Nene said, I ain't trying to have no burnt coochie. 3rd-degree burns. I thought that was funny. Nene act like she is so, like, I don't understand what sex toys are. Whatever. Like, you know what all this is about. So stop playing. But I was glad to hear Cynthia say that she does not need to speak about what's going on in her marriage because she is married. Like, you don't go telling your business what's going on in your bedroom, because we all know how that can end. And that will not end well if she's spreading all her business about how Mr. Peter is doing in the bedroom. Now, I thought it was funny that Candy said that she would dip in the lady pond, as Andy Cohen would say. But, Candy don't do anything because she, like she said, got a, 9 freak number. So she down for whatever, sounds like. I thought all the girls had a really good time at the in Miami. It seemed to have a genuine fun time. They started to get a little bit off track when Candy brought up that I heard you said you were rich. Like why? Like Nene's gonna be sensitive about that. If you're trying to keep this light, just let it go. But then again, you can't be around somebody and call yourself their friend and interact with them, and you got to walk on eggshells to talk about them. So I understand what Candy's like. I'm gonna just be myself, but Nene can't get all up in a huff every time somebody brings something up that she doesn't agree with. I mean, it doesn't make for good being friends. But who really expects Nene to be their friend at this point? She's entertaining. I think she's genuinely friends with Cynthia, but that's probably about as far as that goes. I'm gonna jump to the Phaedra storyline. Phaedra, it is clear that Phaedra wants to do this funeral home business strictly for money. And there's nothing wrong with making $1. I totally understand that. But you're coming to this man, Mr. Watkins, walking around in a full tuxedo. Mr. Watkins can sense that Phaedra is all about the money. I mean, it's the way she talks, it's all she keeps talking. I mean, he has a passion for what he does. You have to be compassionate with people when you're dealing with their dead. Like Phaedra just saying dollar signs. She's talking about insurance policies, dollar signs, talking about people's caskets being cheap. Like I just don't think that I think that she's in it for the wrong reason. And so Mr. Watkins, who's the funeral director, who handled her aunt's funeral, but he also handled Coretta Scott King's funeral, which Phaedra so quaintly dropped that name. Oh, I'm really good friends with the King family. Really? Were you friends with Martin Luther too? I hate the fact that she has to drop names all the time. Get over it. Um, but Mr. Watkins was old school. I mean, he was dropping knowledge on her. She wasn't catching it. She's so busy walking around in her Chanel suit, covered up her legs with her prayer cloth, that she completely missed what he was trying to drop on her. So I'm not sure that Phaedra's in it for the right reason. I think he senses it too, although he said he would mentor her. I don't know how far it's gonna last. Cause Phaedra, and then I'm like, Kim, okay, you're a lawyer. Why are you trying to be a funeral director now? Like, you trying to bring your husband in this? Apollo, like 1 foot out of the joint. Like, he not trying to jump into he not trying to jump into a funeral business. He like, I'm just trying to stay out the joint. He on like what, 10 years probation? He don't want to be anywhere near the dead. Trust. And like you didn't even talk it over with him. You're already going and getting mentors and talking about you about to do it, and you haven't talked it over with your husband. I don't know what it is with these women who are in these marriages and just ramshot over their men. It's driving me crazy. It's not just Phaedra. I'm not going to go to another show. I'm going to leave this about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I'm glad that Apollo stood his ground and was like, look, I'm not interested in that. I ain't interested in embalming nobody, moving no bodies, being the family coordinator, none of that. And then you're gonna get on TV and down what the man does. Now, 2 years ago, when everybody was joking on him about having just come out of jail and this, that, and the other, you're gonna pump up his business. Oh, he's an assets. He does assets acquisitions. You pumping it all up like it's some $1 million job. And now on TV today, you're saying, what is that? I don't even know. I mean, now you're downgrading it. Please don't do that. You looking silly. You really looking silly. Don't do that. So anyway, that whole Phaedra storyline. Then Phaedra dropped some tea at Kim's surprise party, which I'm gonna get to. Talking about her and Apollo not really having sex. Okay, I wouldn't be putting that on TV either. Like clearly something's going on. And you can their chemistry wasn't even real. I mean, I've seen them outside of the show on different things, and they appear to be genuine, but their chemistry when they there's a scene where they're out walking their son, and he's in the stroller and they're walking and talking about this funeral home business. Their chemistry just seems a little off. Like it's something that's not being said. I don't know if it's gonna come up later, but it's kind of like it's quiet as kept, but it's not being said, but we're gonna just play it for the cameras. And what really ticked me off about them is that they got that baby with that pacifier in his mouth, and he's not even crying. Like, Don't get a child hooked on a pacifier like that. That baby just riding down the street, sucking on a pacifier, which was totally unnecessary. He did not need to be on a pacifier. Um, so anyway, we'll see what happens with that storyline. I mean, they appear to be, like I say, genuine, but at times their chemistry is so off, it's just really hard to tell. So we'll just have to see. Um, who else? Sheree. Sheree's son is so cute. He is really cute. He's a cute young man, but I'm thinking that if he's 14, like he doesn't want to be on TV talking about what girl he likes and what girl he doesn't like. It's awkward enough, Sheree, when a young man is growing up. He doesn't want to be on TV talking about it. So then you blasting how big his feet are. I mean, you just got, and he looking so embarrassed. Like, why am I on here? And I'm surprised that Bob Whitfield even agreed to allow him to be on television like that. But again, he probably just need him some coins, so he just agreeing to whatever, including being on this show, letting her trump him about this money that he owes her. She just needs to do what she's doing, which is take him to court. I'm not really sure what's going to be gained from that, since I don't believe he's doing anything. But you know what? He needs to take care of his children. And I really didn't like the way Sheree was bringing her feelings about the lack of support that Bob is giving to the son to him. Like, he's 14. He doesn't need to hear, I wish your dad was here. I wish he was doing this with you. I really wish that he was buying your shoes and doing manly things with you. It's bad enough that the father is not around. It's bad enough that he's not doing it. Don't rub it in his face. I mean, it's making him feel bad. Then you're on TV. This child still got to go to school. And you on TV talking about this. This is not the place to air this. I mean, poor thing. Poor thing. Bless his heart. Um, but uh, Sheree is clearly jealous of Nene. I mean, she's still talking about Nene. She meets up with Kim. That's all they talking about. At Kim's bridal party, little birthday party. She's still talking about Nene. Let Nene go. She's not thinking about you, so stop thinking about her. And Sheree just, again, I just feel like she's looking for a storyline. Now, I have to say, Sheree's hair is on point all the time. Miss Lawrence keeps that weave curled and tight. It looks good. But one thing that Sheree did say that I thought was funny, and even I don't like her, she said, as fast as you go up, you can come down, just like on a stripper pole. I thought that was funny. I liked how Kim was expressing to Sheree her feelings about Croy. You know, like I said in my last review, I really do think that Kim genuinely loves Croy. You know, Kim is so materialistic and she's so all about the glitz and the glamour that when she was talking to Sheree, I actually genuinely felt like she did like him. So I give her kudos for that. And lastly, I'm going to talk about Kim's party, or Kim in general. Okay, what is this bear-looking dog that Kim has? I mean, it looks crazy. And why do we have to constantly hear her peeing? I mean, throughout the episode, when she's in the bathroom, can the camera turn away? Like, do I need to hear the actual noise of her going to the bathroom? No. I thought it was cute that Croy had Sweetie help him plan a party for her. They threw the party, and that bracelet that he gave her was on fire, okay? Some chocolate diamond $22,000 bracelet that has to be special ordered was nice. It was really nice. Kim, you got you a good one, girl. Hang on to him. Back to the party. I don't think Candy should have brought up about Nene saying she was rich at the party. It just gave fodder for everybody to talk about her. It just let it go. I mean, like Candy's like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna talk about everybody. Talk about everybody, but you're instigating it. You know, don't turn into Jackie Christie. I mean, don't instigate it, then back off. Just stay true to who you are. The party was cute. It was small. That Montana came out of Croy though, talking about those guns. Kim was like, "My baby ain't having no gun." Croy like, "Watch, we're gonna be shooting prairie dogs in the backyard." So Kim better get ready for that, because that Montana is coming out. Okay, big country boy. That's what he is. So other than that, wasn't really much else going on. It was a good show. We see more coming up, so we'll just keep watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you do, please subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will try to answer you back. Thanks a lot for watching, and thanks. Bye.